For those of you that don't know, I'm Maggie, and I'm really excited today to be bringing you product empties because I feel like I went through a ton this month. Now, I did finally break my whole, like, I'm not gonna buy anything situation because it's a great excuse in my opinion. Because of everything COVID-19, I had to make a lot of modifications to my wedding, including cutting out the person who was set to do my hair and makeup. And some people would be like, what? I cannot believe that that's the one thing that you cut out. And it's not the one thing, it's one of many things that got cut out. To be entirely transparent, I don't love getting my makeup done by other people because I have this weird phobia with my eyes and I don't like people touching them. And I just feel like it's something that I can handle and I want to still look like myself. So it was something that I was really nervous about anyway, with somebody else like making me just look not like me. And then one of my friends is doing my hair. So anyway, I bought some new makeup for the wedding because I just thought that would be fun. So know that I'm not going to give you the whole spiel about me not buying anything because that's definitely not true. Anyway, let me show you what I ran out of. All right, the first thing here is one of my favorite products ever, and this is the Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro-exfoliating Shampoo. This stuff is so dang expensive, and that's why I'm kind of upset that I love it as much as I do. I think this is like the third-ish time that I've gone through this, and it seriously is so good. Now, I'm not somebody who has super bad issues with my scalp, but I would say that it's definitely a persistent chronic thing that I have to use some sort of exfoliating shampoo. Now, I don't know if that's because I use dry shampoos or like products in my hair that creates buildup or if it's actually my skin, but I will notice that after a couple of weeks of not using this, my scalp gets really itchy, it's definitely a little bit flaky, and it's time to go back and use this again. This typically lasts me a pretty long time every single time that I have it, but it's still like $40 plus. I want to say like 43 or 48 bucks. So I put out a PSA on my Instagram looking for drugstore or just cheaper alternatives to this because this, I just can't get past the price tag. Now I'm still probably going to repurchase it, but it is painful each time. And I just feel like there has to be a cheaper, really good alternative out there. So please leave any suggestions that you have in the comments below. I really would like to do an entire video on this. Okay, this next item does not look empty at all because it's not. And that's why I have a bone to pick with you, Caldrea. So this is the Caldrea kitchen candle in the scent Citron Ginger. This is the perfect kitchen scent. It is like extremely lemony, borderline Cloroxy kind of smell, but it smelled really good. The issue with this is that it's like basically completely full and the wick completely burned out. I don't know what happened if I was like burning it in a drafty area or something, but have y'all experienced that with Caldrea candles, or is this just like user error? I know a lot of you are gonna suggest like melt it down and put it in a little like Scentsy thing in the wall, which is a great idea, but I don't own one of those and don't typically like to use that form of like house fragrance. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but this is super, super disappointing. I've gone through the entire like Caldrea counter spray that kind of came with this in a set and the hand soap, and those were wonderful. And I love this, it just didn't last. And for the price of these candles, that is just super surprising to me that it would poop out that quickly. I don't know. Next up, come on y'all. The same thing we talk about like every single time. This is the Schmitz Lavender and Sage Natural Deodorant. This is my favorite natural deodorant on the market. Toward the end of this, I was like, I'm not smelling very good. Like there was something about this that was kind of turning me off, and I got really upset because it was like, no, it took me forever to find this one. And then I found out it wasn't the deodorant's fault. It was the fact that like the product had gotten just below the plastic enough that got completely like wedged, kind of wonky, that it now just kind of like scrapes the product off of your underarms when you go to apply it, because the plastic is kind of like scooping up whatever you deposited under your arms. So for that reason, I had to go ahead and get another one, and I am very proud to say that the new bottle is working completely fine. So I know that it just had to do with the fact that it was getting pretty low. These have gone up in price, I have to mention. These for the longest time were retailing for $4.99, and I think that these are somewhere around the $6.99 mark at my local Target. This is so stupid expensive at places like CVS. Do not buy this at a drugstore. Definitely go to like a Target or a Walmart or something for a much better price. Next up, we have the Live Clean Apple Cider Detox Shampoo and Refresh Conditioner. Now, this shampoo and conditioner set was sent to me through Influencer in kind of a catch-all box. It had like shampoo and conditioner and I think a soap and maybe like a food item. It was a very, very strange box. But anyway, I needed some shampoo and conditioner at the time because remember, I really wasn't loving that Suave Rosemary and Mint shampoo. I felt like it was really drying out my hair. So I switched to this, and this honestly did the same thing. This is not a moisturizing conditioner. It says that it's a refreshing conditioner and it gently restores moisture and shine, so maybe that should have been a red flag for me, that it's like gentle. It's not supposed to be super duper moisturizing. And typically, I don't want anything overly moisturizing, but this just really didn't do a whole lot for me. It was so hard to brush out my hair after a shower. There was no negotiating with my other hair products. I had to spray some sort of like detangler, heat protectant kind of thing in it to even get the brush through the hair. It was so bizarre. So I really wouldn't recommend this. However, this is super clean. It's 98% plant derived. It's SLS free, which means it doesn't have like sodium lauryl sulfate, which is kind of a foaming agent. It's what makes everything suds up all nicely. It's phthalate free, paraben free. I really wish I would have liked this. It was fine. I would definitely never repurchase this. Tried and true. I'm through another tube of toothpaste. And I don't know how this keeps happening because I know I don't go through a tube of toothpaste per month, but these continue to show up. This is the Sensodyne Pronamel Gentle Whitening Toothpaste. And I'm here to tell you, not all Sensodyne Pronamel toothpaste are created equal. This gentle whitening I absolutely love. I think that it does do a good job of gently whitening my teeth. I think that this does a great job at helping my teeth be less sensitive. The reason that I know all these toothpastes are not created equal is because recently Brian got a Quip toothbrush after me hounding him about it, and he loves it, by the way, but it also came with a tube of toothpaste. So he started using that while he had like half of his Sensodyne toothpaste left, and he had it in just like a fresh and clean variety, not a gentle whitening variety. And that stuff, I don't know if I'm allergic to the ingredients, but it leaves my mouth feeling so strange. It makes my tongue feel really strange. I'm kind of allergic to kiwi, and it kind of leaves that same feeling in my mouth. It's almost done. I'm just somebody who can't waste things, so I wanted to use it up. But then I'm going to quickly switch back to this. So I would not recommend the one with the blue top that's like fresh breath. Definitely go for the gentle whitening. I'm really sad that I've used this up, but I mean, I used every last bit of it. That little round portion is not product, that's the actual pan. And this is the Covergirl Trublend Blush, and I have mine in the shade Light. This was just the perfect, easiest throw-on blush. This is the second one that I've gone completely through because I love that it kind of has a little bit of shine, like a highlighter quality to it. So it's almost like two steps in one. And this was just such a fun summer color. Took me forever to go through, but I would totally repurchase this again. It says the shade specifically is 100 Light Rose. I've since moved on to a Milani Rose kind of blush that's not shiny. It's actually matte. It's something that I bought for the wedding makeup. I've been liking it. I just kind of miss the additional shimmer that you get from this. So I definitely would recommend this if they still make it. I feel like CoverGirl is one of those brands that like will discontinue things super often. Next up is a product that is not even empty, but it cannot be emptied. I can't move forward with this toothpaste. And I have a lot of hot opinions on toothpaste, it turns out, but this is the David's Premium Natural Toothpaste. It also says that it has a whitening, anti-plaque, fresh breath, fluoride-free, sulfate-free, and peppermint quality to it. However, there's no arguing that this is probably better for me. I haven't done my research on fluoride and what the effects of that are, but I do feel like not having sulfates in my toothpaste is a good thing. The issue with this is that after I use this to brush my teeth, later throughout the day, it feels like I never brushed my teeth that day. With this toothpaste, you would need to brush your teeth 3 or 4 times a day to feel like you had a fresh and clean mouth, as if you had brushed like 1 or 2 times per day with regular toothpaste. And I'm sure that has to do with like the natural element of this. I didn't spend a ton on it, so I feel okay about it. I think I bought it for $5 in a FabFitFun add-ons one time. So it didn't break the bank for it to be a just big swing and a miss. And I know a lot of people like this. I have a friend who this is her favorite toothpaste. I just could not get past the feeling in my mouth. I like that really fresh and clean feeling. I really didn't like this. And I'm realizing with every product I'm showing, I'm feeling a little bit negative about this group of products. So it was kind of trying for me to get through a lot of these. This one is just kind of like on the meh side, which makes me sad because it is Paula's choice, and I typically love most all of her products. And this is the Ultra Rich Moisturizer with coconut oil and shea butter. This is for dry or very dry skin. It's supposed to lock in moisture for 12 hours and relieves extremely dry, tight skin. The reason I think I didn't love this so much is because I was using this during the hotter months. This is totally something that I should be using in the wintertime when my skin is actually dry and very dry and tight and just feeling like it needs an extra drink of moisture. So it's my bad for not knowing my skin and the time of year that I should properly use this. I have recommended this to one of my friends who has extremely sensitive skin and extremely dry skin year round, and I think that she's really liking this. Again, you have to know your skin type and know yourself and when you should use these types of products for them to be the most effective and for you to like them the most. So this is something that I can see myself buying again in the winter. The thing with this and my motivation to buy it was that I'm still out there looking for a dupe for my favorite Origins Nightamins, and I've tried a couple of these really heavy, thick nighttime moisturizers from Paula's Choice, but nothing is quite adding up to the like kind of oily, softening quality that the Origins one has. And I think that's what's been missing from these products that makes me declare them as like total dupes. If that makes sense to you at all. They don't leave my skin feeling the exact same, even though they may be providing like similar amounts of moisture. It's just whatever is left on top in a topical way that I like more about the Origins moisturizer. So I do like this. Again, definitely more for the winter. If you're somebody like me, I typically have combination skin, sometimes dry in certain areas but greasy in others, and then I'm super dry in the winter, and then in the late summer here shortly I'm gonna be really, really greasy. So this is something that I would just run away from. So I do have another Paula's Choice moisturizer on the way. It's a little bit lighter, and I think that it'll be the perfect summer nighttime moisturizer based on the reviews. We'll keep you updated on that. Another Paula's Choice product, this is the 10% Azelaic acid booster with licorice and salicylic acid. Her booster line is kind of what I like to think of as serums. Like I would use these in the same place in a skincare routine as I would a serum. So this says use once or twice daily, apply to the face and the neck. This can be used alone or added to your favorite moisturizer or serum. I did not understand how to use this product for the longest time. I didn't know when to apply it properly, and I didn't know how to pinpoint what this was doing until I had some problem skin recently. Y'all know that I love my Clarisonic, and for whatever reason after we moved, I stopped using it. I don't know if I was just so tired at night, so I was just washing my face with my hands and doing whatever was quickest to get it over with, but I noticed that I had all of this acne. There was one here, there was one here. My skin had all sorts of texture. I was getting these little bumps popping up right here. I have not had like problem skin in a really long time, ever since I got my Clarisonic. So as soon as I started using that and really getting consistent in my skincare routine again, it all cleared up. And so this was something that I used in conjunction with the 2% BHA exfoliant and my normal moisturizer when I had that really problem skin. And they say online that this does a really good job of trying to like even out the texture of your skin, and I totally agree. I'm so bummed that I only had like a week's worth of product when I actually really needed it to figure that out. I really do like this now. Again, at first I didn't really see what it was doing because my skin didn't need it. But if you have problem bumpy skin, which a lot of us deal with in the summer with clogged pores and grease and sunscreen and everything just layered on top of your face, sweat, makeup, this is something that you should definitely look into. This paired with that exfoliant, dream team. Man, and I hate to end on a negative note, but this stuff I really didn't like. And again, like I said, I'm somebody that really doesn't like to waste products. Like it hurts me a little bit with that David's toothpaste, but I didn't like it. So this is a moisturizer from Grown Alchemist. This is their Hydro Repair Day Cream. So I typically only used this during the day, and I just did not like the way that this felt on my face. I believe I've described this once before. When I put it on, it feels like I'm just putting a film over my face. Like it feels like my skin is sweating underneath, and it doesn't allow my skin to breathe. And in the day, especially in the summer, I feel like you need a little bit more weightless of a moisturizer when you're piling other things on top of your skin. So this is just not something that I would go back and repurchase. I honestly preferred using this at nighttime because I felt like it kind of sealed everything in, which is the opposite of what I wanted it to do in the daytime. So I don't know if maybe this just should be rebranded and people would really like this as a night cream, but for me, the day cream did not work out. I would not be repurchasing this. This, I believe, came in some sort of FabFitFun box. I didn't buy it and spend a lot of money on it, which is good because Grown Alchemist products are traditionally very expensive. And that's it. Those are all of the product empties for the month of June. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you like just diving into other people's trash, I have an entire playlist of product empties videos that I can be sure to link down below for you. So if you like this video, then like it, stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!